For 5 years, Clara believed she married a quiet, humble man who worked an ordinary office job. But one night, one accidental step into the wrong ballroom. She looked up at a massive portrait hanging from the ceiling, and the man smiling in the golden frame was her husband. He wasn't an employee. He was the CEO, and the men in that room wanted him dead. This is the story of how a simple marriage unraveled into a whirlwind of lies, power, and hidden danger. Clara thought she knew everything about Ethan's favorite food, his goofy laugh, his boring job. But Ethan had been living a double life. A life filled with boardroom wars, spies, and corporate enemies who were watching him and her, and the truth would come crashing down on the night she least expected. Clara Benson always joked that her husband Ethan had the most predictable job on earth. Every morning, it was the same routine. A kiss on her forehead, a lukewarm coffee he'd grab on his way out, and a commute to what he called data processing. She never questioned it. He came home tired with his shirts worn out, always complaining about office printers or spreadsheets that wouldn't load. He seemed normal, almost too normal. But Clara loved that about him. After a chaotic childhood, stability was everything she ever wanted. She had no idea that Ethan had been training himself for 5 years to look tired. He practiced being average, perfected the art of blending in. His entire existence outside their home was a performance, and she was his most important audience. One afternoon, Clara found a thick, glossy envelope in their mailbox. Gold lettering, a heavy wax seal. It looked expensive, far too fancy for their modest life. She assumed it was for her workplace. The hospital she worked at hosted fancy fundraisers all the time. She figured a coworker must have dropped her name on the list, hoping to fill a table. Inside, the invitation read, "You are cordially invited to the Carter Industries annual gala." She shrugged it off. A free night out? Free food? Why not? She put it on the counter, circled the date, and never imagined that this simple piece of paper was a ticket to the night her entire world would split open. The universe was pushing her toward a truth she wasn't ready to face. The hotel was extravagant. Marble floors reflected the light from chandeliers that dripped like diamonds from the ceiling. Clara felt completely out of place in her simple dress, a stark contrast to the glittering gowns and sharp tuxedos around her. Security was tight. Men in suits with earpieces scanned every face with an intensity that made her nervous. When Clara handed over her invitation, the guard at the door looked startled. He glanced at her, then back at the name on the card, and immediately straightened his posture. "Right this way, ma'am." He practically bowed as he ushered her through. She didn't realize he thought she was the CEO's wife, because of course she was.